Welcome back to TKL Talks. It's your girl TKL, and I am still here talking to my girl Atiya Johnson. And if you didn't watch the last episode, I need you guys to go check that out right away. Tia was dropping all kinds of gems, especially the one that called Us. It was stay strong,
Keep going strong, never give up.
and never give up, y'all. Come on, keep going strong and never give up. So, Atiya, I need to know. I heard you say a lot about your dad and your dad with his mental strength and the things that he instilled in you guys from such a young age.
Yeah.
So, other than what would you say was the main thing, like his main motto for you guys, growing up? Like, what was the thing that he instilled in you guys that has kept you going now as a serial entrepreneur? What was that one thing you like, that's my dad, and this is what I carry, and this is what I do?
Oh, that's good, Kenya. That's good. Yeah. And I'm going to probably answer that in a very unorthodox manner.
Okay.
Right?
Please give it to me.
So my dad was such a big personality that there's probably not even one thing that I can say that he taught us. We have this thing where it's like Bobby D quotes. We call, my dad name was Robert Dickerson, but we called him Bobby D. So everybody in the community center will call him Bobby D. And so we have this thing where it's like Bobby D quotes.
Yes.
And some of the things that he would say, some is unorthodox and some is like, okay, so I'll leave him off camera, right?
Yes.
But my dad, and it's so interesting, now this is where, right, this gets good here.
Yeah.
So my dad just passed away, right, in October last year. But one of the things that has truly kept me on is the understanding that God blessed him with 47 additional years. My dad was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 23. They told him he had 3 months to live.
Yeah.
And so what he did was change his eating habits. Truly, he became a vegetarian. And so to this day, all of our siblings is vegetarians, right?
Wow.
He changed his eating habits and everything. And then, so when they went back 3 months later, they couldn't find cancer nowhere, right? And of course, we want to give it to eating, but we know who's the center of that, right?
Yes.
One of the things that my dad was, and I talked about it, he was a servant to the utmost power, right? If he had $10 in his wallet and you needed it, he was giving it to you.
Wow.
And so my dad lived a life of showing people how you should make a person feel, right?
Yes.
Letting a person know that you are very important. He made everybody feel important, right? Down to we would always have, and I don't know if this is the right name for him, but drug addicts, or in the hood we would say crackheads, right? We will always have those individuals come into the community center. And my dad would make us respect them just as much as we respect a celebrity or anybody else, right? And so what it did was taught me, me and Dwayne, my husband, was discussing this. I said, the thing that my dad, he was a minister, and we didn't even realize it coming up. We grew up universal, right? My dad was a Muslim. We went to church with my grandmom.
Okay.
And so we grew up with truly a universal way of living.
Yes.
And he would be quoting Bible verses and we wouldn't even know it.
Get out.
Right?
Yes.
And so now that he's no longer here, I say I'm going to answer that in an unorthodox manner because a lot of the things that he was teaching us throughout life was all biblical. But I didn't know it growing up, right? I'm like, he would teach us money is the root of all evil and all of this. And I'm just like, where'd he get that from? Right? I'm not knowing that it's biblical because I'm a child.
Right.
And and so, don't give up, right? Keep going strong and never give up. He would teach us so many things and the values that we had and that I had truly comes from my dad, right? So even when him and my mom have been married for 50 years.
Amazing.
And so when my mom left, my dad was still there. Like, oh, you got it, Ted. Just come back. We're going to pay these bills. He was the main one helping me, right? So I say that to say I wasn't doing it on my own. My dad was like, I know where my wife is standing right now.
Yes.
And I know where my daughter is standing.
Yes.
And I'm going to stand in the midst of it to make sure both of them can, before they come, but when my wife get herself together and my daughter, I know she got it, right?
And then you're going to come back together.
And it's going to come back together. And my dad stayed there. He let my mom go through whatever it was that she needed to go through. He encouraged me as a young adult. And so I wasn't even looking at the age.
Right.
Now, as an adult, I'm like,
yo,
I was only 17.
You was a baby.
Yeah.
You was a baby.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, like, so I heard you say earlier in the previous episode that, your prom.
Yeah.
So did you feel like you missed out on some things because you had to take on that responsibility as a child? 'Cause you were
Yeah,
a child,
yeah.
essentially.
So to be perfectly honest, because that's who I am, I love being honest, open,
Yeah.
and transparent.
Hmm.
My mom had come back at that
Okay.
time. So she
Okay.
was there for my prom.
Okay.
She did my hair. We got all of that together.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like I missed out on anything because
Okay.
and that's the thing about moms,
Yeah.
right? We may take a step back to do what we got to do, but
Yes.
those important moments, they're
Yes.
gonna be
Be
there.
there.
It don't matter what we got going on in our lives, our kids is gonna be first priority,
Right.
right?
Right.
So she came back,
Okay.
and we actually, she was there for all of my vital moments. So
Okay. So you were still able to do things and
I was
hang out
still
with your
able to do it.
friends and be a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
teenager
Yeah.
and
Well, see, here's the thing, right?
well,
When
you
you
weren't
talk
you weren't
about hanging
allowed to
out,
do that.
okay, no, no.
I forgot who your daddy was.
Yeah, my dad was like, "Oh no, see, no, you
You
don't
ain't
go to
doing all
no
that.
parties. We ain't doing no house parties
You
and none
ain't
of
doing
that,
no hippity
right?
hoppity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we wasn't. We was performing, like we traveled the world, stages all across the world with our African
Amazing.
dance ensemble.
Yes.
And so we was performing with Busta Rhymes and Bow Wow and Patti LaBelle, and
Wow.
we on stages with these people. So
Yes.
my dad would always teach us, you have to sustain from the appearance of evil. Know who you are, right? You got to know when it's time for you to separate
Know
yourself.
who you are. I need somebody to put that in the comment section. Know who you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
That's good, Atiya.
Yeah, he will also and I'm still kind of keen on that to this
Yes,
day, right? I'm
yes.
like, that's not an area I should be in,
Right.
right?
You can't do everything. I remember my mom would tell me that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't do what everybody else does.
No.
You think you can do it and you would never get away with it. Your
No.
friends be doing this. I couldn't even
You be the
steal
first
paper
person to
clips
get
from the
caught.
job. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I need these paper clips at home. But
Mhm.
like Holy Spirit was like, don't take them paper clips.
Nope.
But I'm like, everybody else stealing paper.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can't do those things.
Nope.
But the thing that I'm hearing you say, Atiya, which I love about the foundation, is especially the keep strong. I keep saying it wrong.
Keep going. Keep going strong, never give up. Look at you. You tear me up with it, Kenya, but you got it. Come on.
But never give up.
Yes.
Because I know you face some major challenges in your business.
Yeah.
Especially when you were launching your school.
Yes.
So I want to talk about how did that foundation of laying being strong, never giving up, helped you in that. So we're going to answer that question, but we're going to answer it after this. Okay, guys? So y'all got to stay tuned, hit the notifications button because Atiya has had an amazing testimony. So y'all don't want to miss it. We'll see you next time. Okay.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to be inspired, informed, and empowered. We are B3 Media TV.